Hey everyone, I'm Alan. I'm a data scientist at Scrunch, and today I wanted to walk you through a new feature that we'll be releasing soon called topic prompt optimizations. Basically, this is trying to solve the problem where you have a new topic that you're setting up, and one of the hardest things about that is knowing exactly when to stop adding additional prompts. If you use too few prompts, you're not really covering the full breadth of the topic, but if you use too many, you're just kind of paying to see the same sources over and over again. You're seeing similar answers, and that could be a little bit of a waste of money. So the tool that we built here is aimed to help you address that. If I just quickly start with an example, we are in our Disney Plus account. I can go ahead and select this pricing topic and click run optimization here. And immediately you'll see that we're recommending 6 prompts to cut. I can go ahead and archive these if I want. But first, I'll show you a little bit about how we're measuring things. So basically, we're thinking about this from the lens of URLs. If a prompt is surfacing new URLs, then you're expanding your understanding of that topic. However, if they keep returning the same URLs over and over again, and those are overlapping, that also is an indication that your prompts may be overlapping with one another as well. So there's 2 main ways in which we measure this. The first is coverage. That means, are you seeing all the most important sources? Coverage is defined as the percentage of URLs that you observe at least once. And then the second is resilience. That's defined as the percentage of URLs you see at least twice. That is essentially all of those measuring how all of those sources are showing up consistently and across multiple prompts. It's important to make sure that we prioritize them both, but at the same time, they're kind of at odds with each other when we try to cut a topic down. So it creates this natural trade-off. Pushing for more coverage can reduce resilience, and pushing for resilience can sort of limit your discovery from coverage as well. So you can configure all those metrics yourselves, right? So for example, you can pick your constraint. We default to a coverage floor of 95%, which basically means that 95% of your unique URLs are going to be maintained. And then we also default to a 50-50 weight of the pruning strategy, which means we equally weight both coverage and resilience. Of course, you can choose whichever of these philosophies works best for you. But again, we found that the default works pretty well in the most part. Down here, you'll see a little bit more of the data behind how this cutting decision is being made. So for example, you can see each of these prompts, whether or not we choose to cut or keep them. And then on the side here, you'll see the closest kept prompt, which basically indicates which is the most similar prompt that we're choosing to keep. In this case, let's say, for example, we have this prompt: is a Disney Plus subscription worth it? We're determining that's too similar to this prompt of is Disney Plus worth the money? And therefore, we're cutting the prompt. A little bit for the data nerds down here, as we get down to the greedy coverage curve, this is how we evaluate whether or not a topic is too large and something you should be cutting. So for example, as you see this start to tail off here, that's an indication that each individual prompt that you're adding sequentially is not really getting you that much more information in terms of the new URLs you're discovering within your topic space. And then over here on the right, please don't be scared of the term Pareto frontier. This is basically a quick way for us to measure the set of optimal combinations between resilience and coverage. So you can see here, as I sort of click on some other points, you can see how at certain prompt budgets our optimal combinations of coverage and resilience start to move. So I'll just go ahead and adjust this back to where we were. This is a quick way for you to quickly evaluate what trade-offs you're making at each prompt budget. So if you're happy with this, you can go ahead and archive the selected prompts. But again, if you would like to maybe cut a little bit more aggressively or cut a little bit less aggressively, you also have full control of that over the advanced configuration panel. The purpose of this, again, is is basically to stop once this target, which is maintaining a certain level of coverage, is met. The result is the smallest set of prompts that still gives you a complete and reliable view about your topics. So with the minimal overlap as possible. And all of this is going to happen automatically. So you don't necessarily need to think like a data scientist. You have this tool in your pocket to help slim those topics down for you.